Now, after more than 6 years and 76 editions, Edward Enninful is ending his tenure as British Vogue's editor-in-chief. He does so in style, as you'd expect, with the most ambitious cover ever.
Thank you.
How on earth did you guys get all of us women in one room together?
40 people together to shoot the cover of Vogue, Edward. It's an insane concept.
I still can't believe it happened.
Well, for his final legendary issue, Enninful gathered 40 stars, all of whom have graced the cover during his reign at the publication. No mean feat in the world of PR, and a job that came down to the magazine's global bookings director, Rosie Vogel-Eades. I spoke to her earlier and started by asking her what her reaction was when Edward made that audacious request.
My reaction, whenever Edward asks anything, is always, yes, let's see, and let's see what's possible. I didn't actually think it would really come together in the way that I did, if I'm really honest. But I said, great, that's a fantastic idea. Let's see what we can do. And then it just kind of took off from there.
Well, it did, and you achieved it. I've seen it described as a military operation to make that happen. Just tell us a bit about how you get all of those people in the same room at the same time.
Yeah, it was a lot like a military operation. We had an amazing team working on it. It wasn't just me. I had amazing colleagues also working on it. And Edward went out basically to all of these amazing women who had previously been on his covers during his tenure. And he wrote to them all personally, to ask them if they would take part. And, then the sort of the yeses started coming in, and we just started building it from there, starting with one day and then just saying to everyone, this is the date, you've got to be there. And then they came.
Did anyone not come? Were there any no's?
No, I mean, it was amazing. And Edward kept adding people as people said yes, he wanted it to be this amazing, really diverse, incredible group. I think we started off thinking maybe it would be sort of 20. And, I'd wake up the next morning and he would be like, oh, Oprah said yes, or, Miley said yes, or Naomi said yes, and then suddenly it would be 30, and then it was 35, and then everyone was like, wouldn't it be nice if it was 40? So, yeah, that's how it kind of grew incrementally.
All of that star power in one room, what was that like to experience?
It was amazing. It really was like such an incredible day. It was, it was really emotional for a lot of us who worked with Edward, who've been with him right from the beginning. So it really kind of felt kind of coming full circle in that way. It was just everyone was there for Edward, and so it really felt like such a special moment, and everyone was really there for him rather than being there, for themselves or to promote something. So it really felt, just incredible.
It was striking watching the video, the interviews with some of those taking part, how starstruck they were by some of the other people in the room. Was that striking to you as well? Yeah,
definitely. It's so rare that you get, people to share covers, really, celebrities and models and musicians to have such a big group. I've worked at Vogue for 15 years and I've never worked on anything like it, and I'm sure I never will again. So yeah, it was amazing. My main job is booking the models, so they were all obviously the models are used to being together and doing all of that stuff together, but for them, being with Oprah, being with Jane Fonda and doing all of that, like they were, everyone was bouncing off the walls. It was really great.
I have to ask, there's a lot that goes around with celebrities. Did everyone behave themselves in the room that day?
They absolutely did. I've never seen anything like it. Everyone was on time. Everyone was there. Everyone came to their fittings. Like every single person did a fitting, from Oprah to Miley to Kate Moss to Christy Turlington. Everyone, came, did their fitting the day before. Everyone was there on time. We had to keep a really strict, policy of not having, teams with people because we, just for the sheer numbers of it. And so, yeah, everyone really fell in line.
And the fact that they were all there, what does that say about Edward's impact on the fashion industry and the legacy that he leaves as he moves on from British Vogue?
Yeah, I mean, I think it sort of says everything, that all of those people would come and be there for him. to celebrate what he did at British Vogue during his time. I think that's, you know, that picture just like really says it all, because everyone just came together to give their time so freely, and, you know, just to make an amazing image. So, and I think, you know, that's what Edward's been about, championing women and women of all shapes, sizes, races, everything. And just to bring that all together just made it feel kind of full circle.
I know, just briefly, you said to your husband, how do I top this? Have you worked out a way of topping it yet?
No, I'm still working on that. I'll get back to you.
Okay. Well, Rosie Vogel-Eades, thanks very much for taking the time to talk to us.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.